A wise man once said, Crash Bandicoot Warped is a better game than Bad Boys Miami Takedown for the PS2. That man went on to be everyone in the world except Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, who I guess are afraid of bandicoots. Gotta tell you kids the story of the time my buddy Crash Potatoes found this big crystal down his pants. It was the craziest thing. Dude's just minding his own business at the Renaissance Festival, goes and kills some frogs and Hufflepuff dweebs. He's riding floating platforms into the sky because they have question marks on them. You know, it's a normal day. Next thing you know, it's like 600 years later and he finds this freaking crystal down his pants. Crash starts doing his little happy dance. He gives it to Coco to sell on Wampa Island Pawn Stars. The guy's gonna be rich. Meanwhile, Cortex and the other legitimate businessmen are hosting the usual Tuesday night Crystal and Gem Addicts Anonymous meeting. Meeting's going fine, but Engine's playing around on his laptop and he just sees this stupid good deal on Wampa Island Craigslist. 600-year-old crystal for $16, quantity of 25, local pickup. Coco really screwed up. The crystals sell and the team of medical professionals and deformed connectimals are on their way. Crash better find these 25 crystals fast or he's going to get a 1-star rating on his account. He hops in the DeLorean and his quest begins. Crash goes through every world looking to seal the keyholes. I mean find the crystals. The Land Before Time, Muppet Treasure Island, Waterworld with Kevin Costner, Wild Hogs, Harry Plopper, Zero Dark 30, and last but not least, but it's not all frogs and flamethrower mummies. Tigger's back and more steroidy than ever. He unleashes the Detroit Lions, but sadly, they're the 2008 Detroit Lions, so you can just spin dash them away. For real though, we gotta pause the story for a second. We got all these Pluto versus Goofy conspiracy theories, like who's a dog or who's a person that's actually a dog. But why is Purah, who is a tiger, different than Tiny Tiger, who is also a tiger? Maybe Crash should just ride Tiny. Or maybe Tiny is Purah's alcoholic father who missed her birthday party, so now she's helping Crash and Coco out. Anyways, up next is a newcomer to the Super Friends. Sid from Toy Story actually made this guy. Just look at this fugly freak. Dude is like if you chop up Ty the Tasmanian Tiger and King K. Rool and then just cat dog them together. Next is Magnet Face, aka Blue Clock Jafar. Can someone tell me what time it is? Engine is now back and even more desperate for that rocket removal surgery now. Coco is feeling super guilty about being such a dum-dum that she takes on Engine herself. Now I gotta say, this is pod racing. Finally, it's the end of the line for the PS1 until the spin-offs. One final test stands in the way of a 1-star rating and a 5-star rating. It's Crash and Aku Aku versus Cortex and Uka Uka in a tag team match for the World Tag Team Championship, player. For real though, Crash Warped, I gotta stop you again. How are these two masks fighting? They don't even have hands, they're just spinning in circles real fast. Perhaps they can move to the other room and settle their differences like civilized adults and stay away from the boss fight that would otherwise be very easy and straightforward. They should just really give a nice thank you for the understandings and just root up out of their separate ways. In the end though, Crash sends Cortex down the laundry chute, hoping for a very clean new enemy in the Wrath of Cortex. But too bad it's actually crunching a bunch of rocks. Oh yeah, and by the way, Crash actually got a 1-star rating on Craigslist, because apparently you're not supposed to murder your customers before pickup. As we look back at all of the memories and treasures we've made from the original Crash trilogy, always remember, if you see an animal getting ridden that clearly does not want to be ridden, do something, say something. Where does Crash Bandicoot Warped wind up on the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd straight episode, we have a new champion of the world! Tune in next time for a less Bandicooty game.